I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Off the sauce and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code.
Alright, Space City Brothers, this is the real intro.
Episode 18 in this thing.
I am Space City Walt, Houston's dynamic mercenary.
And I am Henry Pendergrass, aka Space City Ted. And we are live from the home of the Players and Pimps on this beautiful whatever fucking day this drops. Wednesday.
Well, today is Saturday.
Wednesday. But for y'all it's gonna be Wednesday.
Yeah, but today is Saturday.
Saturday.
We have to preface just in case some shit pop off between now and the day this comes out.
My whole like biological clock is off right now. For some reason I want to say is Sunday, or I don't know. My body doesn't know if it's Sunday or Friday. My schedule this week has been weird. I can't wait for the shit to even out again.
I'm drinking hot tea, bitch.
I was wondering what that is in your cup. I was like, damn, nigga finna get smacked in here.
Nah, this is lemon tea with honey because for whatever reason I woke up yesterday. It just allergy attack.
Bro.
I can't breathe out my nose. My face just feels like congested and full. My head, like everything aches. My head aches. My elbows ache. I woke up this morning. Everything was ache. Like yesterday, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, why I can't breathe and my throat is sore? And then today, it's like even worse. Because I had to wake up early for work. Yeah. Everything aches. Like my elbows ache, my wrists ache, my ribs ache, my knees ache, my back ache, my ankle. Like every joint I have just aches right now. I have no. It's like these allergies. Just like why do I feel like what I would normally feel like in like February when it's high allergy and it's motherfucking June? Like bro, this is not correct.
Allergies. It's the allergy season.
No.
Yeah, bro.
It's over in May.
This hurricane fucked the shit up.
No, it's over in May.
I read somewhere that said that as climate continues to spiral out of the fucking control, allergies will get worse and worse, and state allergy seasons will last longer and longer.
So I'm just gonna die.
Basically, I'm
just gonna set myself on fire.
If that's not a good reason to like start recycling and using solar energy, I don't know what the fuck it is.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta just go live in the desert.
Basically,
that's the only thing.
Yeah. It gets cool as fuck at night. During the day, you get all the electricity you want, so you don't have to. You get all the. Let's say you get all the
solar power
you want, so you can run your AC at full fucking blast and not give a fuck. Like you can. You had that setting where you just leave it on running continuously. Your shit'll never burn the fuck out.
And then at night, I just light a fire.
Turn that bitch off, yeah.
Just light a fire in the front yard.
At night it's gonna be like 60, 62 degrees. You just
throw on my hoodie.
Yeah, you'll be good. Desert probably, other than like not having water and no foliage and the fucking sand.
Well, how about like desert adjacent?
Yeah, desert adjacent.
Like I can drive 20 minutes to the desert.
Yeah, like I was about to say Las Vegas, but
no, Las Vegas is the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
the full on middle.
Las Vegas. Like maybe somewhere around Arizona. Nah, fuck Arizona.
Arizona is the whole desert.
Probably like
it'd have to be New Mexico.
Yeah, or El Paso, close to a little outside of San Antonio, between that sweet spot between El Paso and San Antonio.
That's not a sweet spot. That's a 12-hour drive, nigga. What are you talking about?
I've never been to El Paso.
That's a 12-hour drive.
I've literally been a Houston nigga for long as fuck. Like I think in the last few months I visited New Orleans for the first time and San Antonio for like the second or third time. Other than that, I don't go nowhere. I need to start going. But I'm gonna go to Austin this summer. Maybe not this summer.
It is the summer.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I want to pick a good time, but I like fuck Austin. What's a good time to go to Austin? Like
I don't know.
Silicon Valley.
I don't know. I guess the summer. I mean, it's still hot and humid, but you can go.
Austin's humid.
Yeah, they got a bunch of rivers, so you can go tubing.
Fuck that shit.
You just float on the tube and drink.
You just sit in your bathtub with water and drink.
No,
not the same thing.
Yeah.
If the pool allowed alcohol, you could throwback it. Take you
yeah,
some
but
Bacardi
now you're in a pool where the people's urine just stays. At least in
filtered.
At least in a river, it's
Look,
flowing.
all right.
It's like the fish are peeing, so it's just you're not thinking about the pee at a river.
Our pool is pretty good. It's not like a pool next to Willow Ridge, nigga. It actually like functions. It's not like niggas just.
You're still missing the point.
No, I get your point. I'm just saying.
You're
like,
missing it. It's okay.
You're acting like the pool is just a terrible place. It's not.
It's not the same as being in the great outdoors.
I mean, well, shit. Great Outdoors is not that good. If Great Outdoors was that good, we wouldn't be all dying from it right now.
No, we're not
we're
dying.
Indoors,
we're
dying
not,
from the outdoors.
We're not dying from the outdoors. We're dying because the white man
teach these devils.
Because the white man devolved us to be able to handle the outdoors.
Let them know
through crossbreeding and rape of our people. See. When we were pure, we was outdoors all the time. Ain't nobody in Africa got allergies.
Let them know, King.
Who the fuck in Algeria or fucking Congo sit up here sniffling and sneezing and shit? No fucking body.
Talk to him, King.
Everybody's strong as shit.
Let them know your opinions, King.
See if a Kenyan got allergies. The motherfuckers walk every goddamn where. Ain't nobody sneezing and shit.
We need like bongo drums for that section. You put on like Chuck.
You go to Kenya, you walking everywhere.
Still going.
You go to church, you walk to church, you leave church, you walk to go eat. When you done eating, you walk home. Ain't nobody sneezing and shit.
You walk to your church with your pastor in a multi-million-dollar mansion gives you a sermon.
I don't know about all that in Kenya, but ain't no telling.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not Kenyan.
A lot of $1 million pastors be like African and Nigerian and shit like that. All them pastors you see on TV, the black ones.
No, they be Negroes.
No, they be,
like the one.
Well, that ones, but like the ones, $1 million pastors and shit.
They be Negroes. Creflo fucking Dollar. Fred Hampton.
First of all, I'm not finna refer to them niggas as Creflo Dollar.
Well, I don't know his real name, so that's what he get. The motherfucker me and G did the birthday party for his whole crew. They was all that's African American dudes. That's just niggas.
No, but there's African preachers and shit too. Like nigga, you act like Christianity ain't a worldwide thing.
Yeah, but it's not only African. It's a hell of a lot of swindling ass niggas in the United States. So you can't just be like, oh, it's just Africans. No, it's all kinds of motherfuckers.
I'm saying like. A lot of them African pastors and preachers be fucking.
You don't even know how many.
I don't
so shut. You always saying some shit with no kind of research. What the hell up?
I'm not. I'm pretty sure I looked it up though.
I doubt you.
I
doubt you looked. I doubt you actually read anything. I think you typed it in Google. You clicked on the first two links and you was like, I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then you're like, oh, I'm done. I'm watching.
Like, you know what? Let me go to the third page and see what the fuck Google says.
So shut up, you uninformed.
I don't even know what's past the first two pages. If I can't find on the second page, I just give up.
Uninformed ass.
I just give up. If YouTube doesn't have it,
next time you make a statement, start looking up shit first.
let's number one corrupt pastors, but them niggas do be having money though.
What's green on my hand? What is this?
That means you finna come into some money.
I have no idea. It must be my cousin. Probably left marker on something. I have a question.
Yes.
What do you in sports? What is choking? What do you think choking is?
Choking is when you have the opportunity to succeed, and whether it be like most of the time it's pressure to you, and you just start making terrible fucking mistakes. Like James Harden chokes. I
would disagree.
To
me, choking
27 missed threes is not choking.
That's the whole team, and
James Harden part of the team.
The only team who could make a three out of 4 teams was the best shooting team in basically league history. Because if you actually watch the games, which I did, almost nobody hit a three except for the Golden State Warriors, who have 3 of the best shooters in the league. But that's not choking. They were just tired.
But that's Game 7 though, bro.
Okay,
that's choking.
It's Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. So you have played You have played 6 high intensity games before that, and that's game like one. That's game like 111 at the end of the season. Niggas was just tired, just like Boston and Cleveland. They were just tired. Tired legs. When your legs are tired, the first thing that goes is your ability to make jump shots. You start bricking everything.
So what is your definition?
So to me, choking is when you mess up because of the moment, not because of the natural laws of averages. So
yeah. So basically you said the same thing. Pressure.
No. So the difference is like the Rockets missed a bunch of threes. That's not choking. You're just tired and you bricking everything because your legs are tired. That just happens in basketball. Like you can count on that shit. People start getting tired. They start bricking jumpers. A motherfucker having a wide open layup at the end of the game, and nobody's around him, and he just misses it. That's choking. Like
who the fuck did that?
Brandon Knight.
The fact that you picked a specific person.
I have a so it was when he was on the Bucks.
Brandon Knight, your Tristan Thompson?
Nah, he's been made fun of way too much.
Oh, okay.
So it was a game against the Nets, and he got it was the end of the game. He got a steal, runs down the court with the ball. There's nobody on that side of the court. He makes the layup. The game's over. He misses the layup.
Did you try to tip it back in?
You can't.
Oh,
there was no time.
Wow,
that's choking. Like you just missed it by yourself. That's a choke.
You don't even have to do much. All you really have to do is just go back to basic basketball. Hit the square and it falls in.
So that's choking. So like,
nigga had to
so like,
fuck out of that ball.
Like if somebody just goes cold in the most important game of the season, like John Starks in '94, like he went cold in Game 7 in Houston. That's not choking. He just went cold. Nigga was tired. You was tired. You don't adjust, and you can't adjust, and then you try. Now you're trying to overcompensate, and you still don't hit that medium. You just start missing shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I can see your opinion. I still think folding under pressure is still a good. There's folding under pressure is when I feel like that's when you easily could have done it and then you just don't. Yeah.
But if it's like if it's like competition, like basketball, if you're in the playoffs and you're playing one of the best teams in the league, if you just have
also being one of the best teams in the league,
if you just have a terrible game, that's not choking. You just lost. I feel like you could just not have your night. Now, if you're the fucking Atlanta Falcons and you're up 20 and you're up 27 points,
25.
If you're up 25 with only a quarter and a half left, that's a choke job. That's a 100% choke job.
My nigga Brady got 2 years later. Nigga still be like, y'all blew a 28-3 lead. Oh my god,
that's
it's
choking.
the fucking Super Bowl.
That's a choke. That wasn't like the Patriots were just that much better. Like if it was like 20, if it was 28.
Well, in all honesty, Tom Brady is.
If it was like 28-21 at halftime. And they just overcame you, or they just had like a bad half, and you just played terrible defense. That's not choking. It's just like, okay, you just didn't have a good game.
And plus, they awoke the monster. Tom Brady wasn't going out like that.
I mean, they really didn't awake him. They just didn't know how to clock. Like that's a choke job. You can't
Brady because now to come back from a 28-3, like
now last Super Bowl,
that Super Bowl might have been a choke.
No, that's not a choke.
You don't think it was a choke?
No, because okay, let me tell you something. I didn't watch football, but I listened to a lot of podcasts. The Patriots' defense was porous. They couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah.
At the same time,
after having been a number one team the whole season, though, that's what.
Yeah, but who do they play? They play us. They play Tennessee. They whoop. Right. They whoop Pittsburgh year after year after year.
Basically, the Cavaliers.
The only team that can the only team that could beat them in the playoffs would be like Denver,
the Giants,
or the Giants. Like a team. No, because the Giants had like really good defense that year. those years.
But just like every year they play them, they always lose.
That was only twice. But see, they had really good defense those years, so they just beat up the Patriots on the line. And then the Patriots didn't have a running back, and then
the Patriots never have a running back.
And their defense has been porous. Like that's what Boston people been complaining about the whole year. It's like their defense wasn't good. They were just winning games because Tom Brady, because of their offense. They were just out shooting people.
If you can put up more points than other nigga, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, but if you can't stop them from also putting up points,
you just gotta put up more points.
You just gotta fight for your life. So that's not a choke job. You just lost that game. I think nowadays, with the internet age, everybody has like a exaggeration addiction. So like we just like everything gets exaggerated.
Makes better story.
Nah. It just makes old people like me irritated. People always want to go.
Old people be the main people exaggerating.
No, they always people always want to go to the extreme. Like, oh, he's the wave god. He has the GOAT of waves. It's like, what are you talking about?
Even mean?
I'm just random. Oh, he's the GOAT of dancing. Oh, who's GOAT now that MJ's gone? It's like, bro, why y'all?
That's a whole different. It's not even so much exaggerating. It's just that we always.
It's exaggerating. Like
we always trying.
People like I've seen people be like, "Oh yeah, Chris Brown's the GOAT. He's basically the new MJ." It's like, no, the fuck he's not. No, everybody everybody exaggerates their point.
Cracky McGee is not the next.
Just constant exaggerate.
Cocaine Cowboy isn't the next MJ. We can stop that conversation right there.
Everybody just exaggerates nowadays. It always goes to like everything new is now the best something of all time.
But to say that Chris Brown is the next like Chris Brown circa 2008 would have given Michael Jackson run for his money. This nigga done. Like he done been to 2 tours of Vietnam now. I don't. Vietnam. This nigga's not MJ nothing. This nigga's not even Jermaine. This nigga's not even Tito at this point. Oh man. But yeah, no, I feel you on that one. Niggas do be exaggerating the story, but
they exaggerate like any kind of comparison every time. It's like nobody just takes it for what it is. Everything got to be the best. Greatest.
But that's just society as a whole. Everybody wants to be the best. Everything has to be the best. People that they believe in need to be the best. But
I think that's just because people don't do actual things where you have to always compromise something.
Yeah,
like you build a fucking computer unless you got like $3,000 to spend, you're not finna have the best of everything. You're definitely gonna have to.
You bargain basement shopping.
You're definitely gonna have to temper your tiers of shit.
I think a good PC range is $750 to $1,000. You still gonna get ultra settings, but you're not gonna have like your shit not finna change.
Nah, you're not.
20 different colors.
I don't think you get ultra settings at $750 anymore. Oh, maybe like 2 years ago. Cause
you would think that
because RAM is bloated.
Yeah,
graphics cards have been bloated.
Yeah,
I mean you could get a good CPU, but since there's more competition, like once Ryzen came out, that kind of bettered the CPU, but like everything else, it's tough. I mean you get decent case, but stuff you need to run.
Shit, the miners, Bitcoin mining. Like, look, yo, if you still Bitcoin mining, trying to use the Bitcoins as it come up, just stop. You wasting everybody's time. You wasting your time. The money that you make a day probably won't cover your next graphics card. And I think the RAM, like I said, I think I heard that one of the pieces that make RAM is starting to become harder to find and shit.
Well, I heard from one guy that from Jay's 2 cents that they're being like companies that make RAM are being investigated for like price gouging.
Wow.
Which is what they've done before, where they'll all agree to scale back how much RAM they put out to increase the prices. So now they're being investigated for that.
I hope they get y'all bitch ass niggas. Who the fuck's like, you know what we're gonna do? Price gouge RAM.
It's like, no, it's like, hey, GPU prices have skyrocketed. Let's go ahead,
raise this RAM up.
Let's turn the knob to the right a little bit on this RAM price.
Niggas got to get together in the back room, like, you good? Y'all good? So we gonna do this, right? No one's going. You're not gonna hold each other
in the back of a restaurant.
Yeah. Not even like a good restaurant, like a Shoney's.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Niggas sitting around a table of different exotic cheeses and shit. I don't know what they have at Cracker Barrel. The first time I knew a Cracker Barrel was a real thing was back in Boy Scouts. The head scoutmaster and the head Boy Scout nigga, I forgot whatever the fuck that nigga name was. They used to have to go to a Cracker Barrel at the beginning of every camping, like communal camping trip. They would have Cracker Barrel with all the other scoutmasters. So I'm thinking we got back home and I actually see a fucking Cracker Barrel. I'm like, these niggas in camping areas with like sitting on barrels talking about different Boy Scout stuff. That's what I thought a Cracker Barrel restaurant was. Just white people sitting in the room talking about Boy Scout stuff. I was a weird kid, dog.
Weird kid, nigga. That fucking story you just told me is fucking weird.
I was a weird kid,
You
dog.
weird for telling me that bullshit.
That's what I thought.
Could have gone my whole life not hearing that bullshit.
That's what I thought as a kid, thinking that Cracker Barrel was a restaurant where like scoutmasters got together.
So,
My imagination.
no, I'm not gonna ask you this question because
Ask me this question.
you're not a hoop guy anyway, and you're gonna just piss me off.
No, I'm not. Ask me.
You're definitely gonna piss me off.
No,
So I'm gonna skip
ask me
it.
the question. Ask the question. Quit being a bitch.
So
Quit being a bitch and ask the question.
hey, we need to do the Harry
you a
Potter
hoe.
quiz.
Fuck that quiz.
I also
Fuck
heard
Harry
that
Potter. I'm tired of
J.K.
Harry Potter.
I also heard that J.K. Rowling keeps retconning shit. So now, like the last thing I heard that she retconned was like that Hufflepuffs explore their sexualities.
Oh yeah,
And
she
so
needs to stop.
And so they have like circle jerks in their common room, group masturbation.
Who the fuck is like? Yeah, you know what they do about sexuality?
Yeah, they all beat their meat in the same room together.
Flick their beans together.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? This like some late at night 2 a.m. tweet. She's been drinking. She's gone off of sherry or some shit.
She had a full bottle of wine. People was like, "Hey,
Rosé, she done lifted.
look,
she
had a full bottle of wine," and then somebody tweets her, "Did these teenagers ever have sex or something?" She's like, "Yeah, they had sex. They was beating their meats."
She's like, "Oh yeah, Gryffindor, all them, they had sex.
They
Hufflepuff, they like to beat they shit together."
They
what are you talking about, JK?
they snuck out potions from potions class to make everlasting lubricants and shit. Bitch, can you just stop?
Imagine you being her publisher, like, where the fuck is she? She's really
Somebody get her phone. She's the Donald Trump of authors. She just be flying off the handle.
Oh my god.
She just be flying off the handle. Somebody tweet at her some shit.
Like that whole Dumbledore's gay thing. I was like, we could have went our whole lives and never known. Like, it's good that you told us, but we could have went our whole lives and never known.
Or you could have just bothered to write it in an actual book.
In the book.
You
like,
just tweeting it, so now it's canon.
Hey, Dumbledore's gay. I hope y'all know that. Bye. And niggas just like,
all
okay.
right, like Dumbledore's gay. I'm out Twitter.
3 in the
phone
morning.
on D&D.
3 in the morning. She gonna get on one day, 3 in the morning. Look, tweet the shit. Look, hey, Professor McGonagall and Dumbledore spelling it all wrong and shit. Them niggas got a baby.
They got a secret Muggle baby or some shit.
And then just close the app and just be like, oh, just wake up the next morning like, what's Twitter going crazy about?
Go back to playing Tetris while she on the toilet.
Now she gotta write the shit into the fucking.
No, she don't. She ain't been writing shit in.
She gotta write it into Fantastic Beasts 3. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall's secret ass baby and shit. They have a secret baby? Why? Because, nigga, Rosé is good. That's why. I really feel like she wants to write more books, but she also doesn't want to go through the trouble of having to write more fucking books. It's like,
and also
just write more fucking books. If you want to write more books, you don't have to just tweet us whatever fucking pops in your head about. Somebody asks you a question about the lunch menu. You got to tell us an in-depth scenario of the lunch lady being like actually dead, but she still makes lunch somehow.
Yes.
Like, where does the food come from?
She wildin'.
Slaves.
There you go. What?
That's the real question. Where does all this food come from? I know food doesn't magically appear. Oh, slaves. This
from the immigrants.
them little L's. Remember them little the Dobie and shit? You know how the kids can't see them? That's where the food comes from.
You talking about Dobby?
Dobby, yeah. These is just a bunch of Dobbies. Just put the food on the table, take cloaks off the shit, and it appears.
Their only clothes is potato sacks or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about a movie or something, but they were saying it's Fuqua. So, and you know we have Fuquay Street in Houston, Fuqua.
Yeah.
But why do Houstonians say Fuquay? But it's definitely a Spanish word. It's like Chihuahua. It's like it's Hua. So if anything, it should be Fuqua. But we be like, oh, it's Fuquay. You take that Fuquay.
Same reason why Taco Bell is flourishing right now. Because niggas ain't shit and we don't care about being correct.
Like once somebody said it wrong, they was like, oh
well fuck it.
Another white man said it. I'm just gonna say it.
So, look, because the same way we have buckaroo is not a fucking word. It's vaquero or some vaqueros.
Vaqueros.
It's vaqueros. Buckaroo isn't a word. Some white man heard vaqueros and couldn't say it and it's like, oh, buckaroo. What the fuck does that mean, John? I don't know. I heard Jose over there talking to his friends. He said vaquero.
Heard
so
the Mexicans.
Same reason why we got cheese on taco. They don't put cheese on tacos in Mexico. They probably do. They put queso. They don't put like American cheese, which
no, there's Mexican cheese.
Yeah,
that's a whole different cheese.
They sell a bunch of it. Like that little aisle past the regular cheese out.
Cause white people love cheese.
Oh, shit, white people, nigga, I love cheese.
That's why you're lactose. That's how you get lactose intolerant. Start dookie in water and shit, eating all that cheese.
I love cheese.
You gotta temper it. Okay, you gotta just not eat it for 3 weeks and then have a shitload of queso. That's the only way.
That's the only
way.
Oh shit. Oh man. So I had something to talk to you about. I lost my train of thought though.
Well,
it was on Twitter. Hold on.
Well, my homeboy had his birthday a while back at Top Golf. I was about to say Top Gun.
That'd be a great place to go. I was going to go there. Top Gun.
It was at Top Golf.
Tell Darius to get on that. Top
and
Gun.
It was
hey Darius, get on Top Gun.
He doesn't listen to this.
He does. He be liking the shit on Instagram.
No, he's just liking the post to be nice. And so
Darius,
we were on nigga, shut up. We were on the bottom level. It was like maybe 7 of us, but it was on like a Sunday evening. And then it was like a group of white dudes. Are you recording?
No.
I was gonna say it was like a group of white dudes, like further down, but they were obviously drinking, and one of them had like the sleeves, like the whole side of his shirt cut out.
Where are you
like
going
he was
with
in
this
high
one?
school.
Where are you going with this one?
So we started using
white dudes are drinking. That's not a good combination.
So we only bought one lane, but like one dude brought his own clubs, and then my homeboy's in-laws, his father-in-law actually golfs, so he was like showing people on the next lane, the lane next to us, like how to swing and stuff and how to grip, while whoever was on our actual lane was just hitting balls.
Yeah.
And drunk white dude with his t-shirt cut up like he's in high school, wearing shorts and sneakers with no socks and shit.
To be honest, I still dress like that from time. Well, I still dress like that a lot
because you're trash.
I
fucking swinging the club, and that hoe came out of his hand and hit one of the dudes with us in the back of the head.
Oh shit!
It was like,
oh shit!
And, the dude that got hit was I'm gonna say it was probably Vietnamese.
Oh, I'm thinking
he's either Vietnamese or Filipino. He's like, what the hell? Like, what the hell just happened? Dude's like, oh dude, oh man. I was like, y'all trash ass. How you can't just hold on to the clubs on the bottom level at Top Golf?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought there was gonna be a lot more racist.
Nah, it didn't get racist.
You said drunk white dudes and ripped up t-shirts. I was like, where the fuck is this?
No, because he was looking like a dirtbag. He was looking like he came straight from the gym. Like he came straight from the gym to play basketball poorly and then went straight to Top Golf. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Put on a whole t-shirt and you gonna go to Top Golf.
Put on some goddamn clothes.
Fucking dirtbag. I finally started watching. Well, I finally looked at Black Lightning.
That show is ass.
That shit is not good.
It's not that good.
It's not good. I don't know.
The writing is terrible. I feel like like you can tell when something's written by white writers because it just doesn't sound good. Like you can tell.
There's a lot of things wrong with that show.
Yeah.
First of all, the acting is weird. Why the dude who's Black Lightning speaks in motherfucking biblical Shakespearean fucking
Ebonics and shit.
Texas speech? Like this nigga gave a whole his first paragraph of the show was like a whole speech. Like nobody talks like that.
Nobody talks like that. They always try to make
dude was talking in like
shit sound eloquent, or like they trying to make niggas
he wasn't even talking
sound
hood,
eloquent. No.
Like he was talking like a Dr. Freeman speech, but to like his daughter in the car. It's like, what the hell? Nobody talks like that, bruh.
But that's how they think we all talk to each other.
Then
talking speeches.
Then the damn I only got like 2.5 episodes through it. Then the damn villain, this nigga named Latavius, right? His name is Latavius. His nickname is Lala.
Like he was proud of that shit.
What the fuck?
I would have just been like, I would have just gone by Tate or something.
Either Tay or LT.
Yeah.
No grown man is about to be called Lala.
What's my name? Lala.
What the fuck?
Hey, boss. That's not much better. I got a girl named Lala.
That's the thing. That is a Latinx either name or nickname for people in New York is Lala. Okay, you don't call, no dude calls himself Lala.
It wants niggas to call him Lala.
No gang boss is like, hey, my name Lala, and your name is Latavius. You just go by Tay.
Nah, I feel like niggas in New York will probably be like, yeah, they call me Lala.
No.
Or La.
No, because there's a Puerto Rican chick, that lives right next to her. Name is Lala.
Lala, hey Lala, come downstairs, man. Nah, you come upstairs, Johnny. Lala, come on, quit playing. Come downstairs, man.
Then his fucking superhero armor was so trash. This shit was just giant plastic ass pieces that look like plastic on the show, and these giant yellow and blue lightning shaped LEDs. They weren't even like sharp lightning. They were like extra round and shit. like you tried to draw them in first grade.
Yeah. The show's whack. I mean, all the shows on CB.
Then he had this weird voice change and shit, and these thick ass glasses or whatever. It's like, bro, you ain't learned from motherfucking Batman Begins or something. Like he could just wear leather and then just have the shit be like bulletproof.
That'd be basically that's what
under it.
Because they had to give him like upgrade and shit. Because he's starting back from the over. Like he was Black Lightning for a while, and then he had a family and shit, and then. Now he's retired. Now he's Black Lightning again. So but why has to upgrade and shit?
Yeah, but why he got the stupid ass suit? Like it just looks stupid. Like Black Lightning didn't actually have glowing LEDs on his chest. Like that shit look like some shit you put in your computer.
In mine's opinion, basic network cable does not even basic network. Basic TV does not get superhero TV shows right. Like everything they do, like The Flash, Supergirl, even Green Arrow, which I was fucking with heavy for a while. I was fucking with Flash for a good 2-3 seasons, but after a while, you just see how it doesn't really progress. You feel me? Like the shows,
I don't watch any of that shit.
Well, the shows they've never progressed production wise. Like these supposed to be the top shows on the channel, and the shit still look as bad as when the first episode came out, and I was just like, dog, if you get a chance, go look at Flash CGI. You'll be like, what the fuck is this paint shit? Adobe fucking, bro, it just looks so bad. It's just like, I don't want to see this shit. And the storyline doesn't get any better. He keeps having to fight speedsters. I don't care. Like for a good 3 seasons, he only fought speedsters. I was like, there's only so many fast niggas in the galaxy, bro, that you can fight. At one point, they was like, the speedster that he's fighting is himself. I was like, all right, I'm done. that's the season. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to. I don't want. Let me off the ride.
I got to episode 3 with the stupid ass plastic suit.
Dumbass shit.
The show's whack.
My nigga Lala was a goon though, and he came back from the dead.
I don't care.
I didn't even know how he did it though. I stopped caring.
I don't care.
Only thing that I liked about it was Just got in it. Just got some bitch ass titties.
I mean, right after that, and then he like he killed the lady in cold blood.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was like, oh, we need to do this to your suit. I was like, dog, that shit looks like a cosplayer made it.
That's what the CW.
Like your shit shouldn't look like your average everyday cosplayer making this shit.
Look, people don't like vampires anymore, so they got to try to figure out what to do with all their leftover vampire costume designers.
They need to hire Marvel people. I mean,
happen.
Marvel is not the great. Like some of the stuff they'll do is cheesy, but it's like at least is acceptable. Yeah, you can kind of just accept it and keep it moving. That shit was big ass glowing LEDs. Like, what the hell are y'all doing?
I think it's just period. Like, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to bring a comic book to life because there's so many limitations that you can have on certain shit. Like in a cartoon, you can do whatever you want to the motherfucking body armor. Like, who gives a shit? But you can make the shit look perfectly tucked in all the right places and shit. You can't do that shit on fucking real life.
Giant ass pieces of plastic.
Yeah. What got me thinking? Look, you talking about that shit. I was watching Flashpoint Paradox again. Why is everybody ridiculously swollen in that movie? Everybody is ridiculously unnaturally swole.
Cause that boy Batman got him on the meal plan, bro. Batman got him on the back. Batman got everybody eating the appropriate amount of protein for muscle growth.
Bro, everybody was looking like they was P90Xing, bro. Them niggas was all. I was like, whoever drew this had some weird ass fetishes.
You think Batman and Owlman was finna let motherfuckers slack off and have pizza and shit? Only Barry can have pizza, and then metabolism was like 8 million.
Shit, yeah.
Everybody else, nah. Y'all niggas doing sit-ups. Y'all doing y'all doing circuits. Y'all eating these goddamn sweet potato fries and this grilled chicken. So help me God.
I'm not finna take none of that shit from a nigga who can't fly.
All right, when he put a kryptonite bullet in your ass.
Oh man, joke's on you, we still alive.
Hey, so
we got big and tall hoodies.
Bryan Colangelo.
If I do, finna get this Rockets hoodie. You feel me?
Hey, yo, so the Bryan Colangelo thing. If you're not aware.
That shit is hilarious.
I'll go into a very brief.
His wife is so fucking stupid.
I'll go into a very brief explanation. So basically, a guy at the Ringer got tipped off by he was a Philadelphia writer. He got tipped off that there's been like this weird set of tweets by a dude who does like IT and does like algorithm. It was like AI algorithm stuff, and he noticed a pattern with the tweets, and so they basically did a deep dive into the tweets, and like it was so many very like a lot of things on their own would be coincidental until you add them all up. Like they followed all the same people, they followed all these Philadelphia beat writers. They all followed like Bryan Colangelo's son's basketball team at like University of Chicago something, and followed all his teammates and all the shit. And they all had like similar speech patterns and would tweet about the same stuff. And so there were 5 accounts, and they figured that. Well, what the reporter did was once he amassed all this information that he's done a deep dive into, he called the organization and told them about 2 of the accounts.
Yeah.
And so they were basically like, oh yeah, one of those accounts is an account he uses just to look at, whatever's going on Twitter. The other one's not his. within 30 minutes after that, the other 3 accounts went private, one after another. She was looking suspicious.
Yeah, that's
so the accounts were tweeting about. They were tweeting about. Like they would say, "Oh, I'm at." They would say like one thing was that he was at like a D League game or a G League game for their respective team, and the game he was at, one of the accounts was like, "Oh, these jerseys are so bright they're hurting my eyes."
That sounds like something a woman would say.
Not necessarily, but it's like you're there and you're there, but it's tweeting about this game. And like one of the jokes was like his collars, like people were talking about how big his collars were, and the account was like, no, they're just normal collars. Move on.
Oh,
that shit
wow.
was that shit was so weird.
Yeah, it's like it's.
And then
it's
so like Philadelphia like was trying to trade a couple people, and like the trades wouldn't go through. Like they were trying to trade Jahlil Okafor, and the trades wouldn't go through. And they kept the accounts kept urging the Philadelphia reporters to ask the organization for an interview, and kept saying, "Oh, ask them about the failed physical. Ask them about the failed physical." And that was never like that's not information that the public would have known about.
Yeah,
that was basically only like the only way somebody would know about that is they were an insider.
Yeah,
and so it was stuff like that. The accounts were like either praising or criticizing players for shit, like the whole Markelle Fultz thing. It was like, oh, ask about the video with this trainer where he's making them shoot from like sitting in chairs and lying on the floor. The trainer messed up his shot. Also, the trainer is no longer with the family. You know, they basically excommunicated him for a reason. And then like Jahlil Okafor, after the account was calling him lazy and unmotivated, and then like he got there. It was like the game he had gotten hurt. And last year they were like, oh, he probably was like lying about whatever injury. He was probably saying like, oh, his knee was just bothering him with stiffness, but it was actually like a partial tear. And then it was like right after that he was on stage at a Meek Mill concert. And it's like complaining about this shit, or just like the center they traded from before. They were like, oh, he's a vulture in the locker room. He's only thinking about himself. It was just what it's like. If it's just one thing, it's like, oh, well, that's just coincidental. But like, as you add on the stuff, it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, this is a lot of shit. This is like either a coach or assistant trainer or somebody in the
it's either like an insider. The things they thought, it was either him, it was somebody in the organization, or somebody who just
a player on the bench or somebody like
no, not a player, like a staff person.
Yeah,
or it's just like somebody doing like a really elaborate ruse. So then the whole shit blows up once they publish their findings, and the organization went to investigate. They hired lawyers, like a whole law firm and shit. They concluded that it's highly likely that it was his wife doing it.
I thought it was both of them, because his wife wouldn't know.
No, see, he
blamed that shit on his wife. It couldn't have been his wife doing that shit. There's a lot of shit.
So the rational thinking is that he was talking to his wife about all these things,
and
she was going on Twitter to like defend him about it.
Yeah,
and she was using these 3 burner accounts. Like, he only admitted to having one of those accounts, and that account didn't even tweet that much. It was just like and retweet other stuff about the team, but it wasn't like doing all the tweeting. It's like the 4 other accounts. So they think that basically it's like, oh, she was most likely the main person doing, involved from when he would talk to her, or if she would be, being able to talk to somebody on the team, then tweet about it. So he released a statement. He basically left. He's left the team now. Like, he's resigned. Here's a statement.
Wasn't he the president or something like that?
Yeah, he was the president of operations.
Wow.
He said that he has no knowledge of or involvement in the Twitter activity conducted by my wife. I vigorously dispute the allegation that my conduct was in any way reckless. At no point did I even purposely or directly share any sensitive public club related information with her. Her actions were a seriously misguided effort to publicly defend and support me, and while I recognize how inappropriate those actions were, she acted independently and without my knowledge or consent.
Now my nigga threw his wife under the bus. Holy shit.
Further, the content she shared was filled with inaccuracies and conjecture, which in no way represented my own views or opinions. While this was obviously a mistake, we are a family. We will work through this together. So he was just like, I ain't do none of that shit. I don't know what the hell she was doing. She was wrong anyway.
Bus, meet my wife.
That was basically the only thing he could do. It was either throw her under the bus or say I did it. Basically that's all he could do.
I mean, if you didn't do it, I didn't do it. Be like, you ain't got to just be like, yeah, I didn't know none of.
I don't know what
that shit on her own.
I don't know what the fuck she was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing, dog. That's not me though. You know what I'm saying?
Real. And the account was like, so Sam Hinkie was the previous GM. He was the one who started the whole trust the process, where it's just like purposely tank for years and years and years and try to be the worst team to have the best odds of getting the highest pick. Like that was his thing he was trying to do. And then once they brought the Colangelos in, he basically resigned like immediately. And so like the success they're having, people in Philadelphia basically love Sam Hinkie for it and not Jerry or Bryan Colangelo. Is it Bryan or Jerry? I think it's Bryan because Jerry's the dad. Bryan Colangelo, like, it's like, I guess the people gave Hinkie more the credit than Colangelo.
Even though
and so they kept, and so the accounts kept saying, "Oh no, Hinkie didn't do any of this shit. Colangelo just fixing all his messes and shit."
Oh man!
So
what a world, dog! What a fucking world.
So yeah,
this is what's happening in 2018.
Twitter's ruining people's lives.
No, people are ruining their own lives and happen to be on Twitter.
That's why you can't.
This shit wouldn't happen on Facebook.
You can't.
Twitter is too much of. Facebook's too much of a gated community.
You got it.
Twitter is just a project.
You got to chill with the Twitter people,
bruh.
Sometimes.
I still believe he has something to do with it. He just don't. He just not gonna see shit being talked about and being like, where the fuck did that come from? I bet if you look through the followers of those accounts, you'll realize that they probably follow each other.
Mm-hmm. I think they did, or like one would follow like three of them.
Oh,
or something. Like some of them were following each other in different ways.
Yeah. Niggas saw that shit coming and was like, oh hell no, distance myself from this bitch. She out here wilding. She out here wilding. I bet they didn't go through that nigga laptop. I promise you, if you look through that nigga phone, he probably has one of those accounts on his phone too.
Well, he had one. Like he admitted to one of the 5.
Yeah, one of the 5. Of course, you admit to the one that's the one you least use to talk shit about people with. You don't admit to the other ones where they talk about how Joel Embiid is a what do you say to Joel? Didn't they talk about Joel Embiid too?
Mm-hmm. Say he was lazy.
He was lazy.
That the team wasn't his and stuff.
Yeah. That's not something you just tell your wife and she goes back and puts online. You know what I'm saying?
But if he's complaining about him being lazy or getting injured and shit.
But still though, I guess I couldn't imagine.
Here's another thing. She's his wife. She has access to being able to talk to people on the team. Somebody just said something even offhanded, might run with it.
What does wife look like?
I don't know. It's white women, I would assume, so I do not care.
Crazy.
Stuff is wild. So
what do you think is worse, this or when what's his face was calling people basically niggas? The nigga who used to own the Clippers. This thing popped out and it's irritating and I can't put it back in.
I think Donald Sterling.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
I would say Donald Sterling's worse because there was like years of history of him being weird to black people who were on the team. But that was worse.
You treating
It was like years, like once it came out, it was like Baron Davis was like, oh yeah, he was fucking weird. Like Baron Davis had been on the Clippers since like 03.
Blake Shelton. Yeah, he definitely took me around a party as like his token nigga. Look.
No, it's
honey.
much worse.
You imagine?
Him, like Bryan Colangelo just bitching about his players being lazy. That's I can feel that from him.
Meanwhile, he's
being like, oh no, you can hang around all these niggas all you want. I just don't want to see pictures of you hanging with these niggas.
Bro, you imagine like niggas talking just to. You think he's just talking to his wife and shit. Oh yeah, honey, and these lazy ass niggas up here. Joe Embiid, old bitch, old non-English speaking ass nigga. Lazy as fuck.
Yo, he's probably not saying that.
Yo, he's not saying that, but that's something I probably say. Oh, non-English speaking ass nigga. I say it from my real account. They probably would have been fired my bitch ass.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't have let you in the building.
Nigga, you know you're not hurt. Oh, faking ass nigga.
No, you are not. You are not even being hired by the team.
Sir, can you please? You know who has the best jerseys? The Brooklyn Nets. I think it's just because it's black. Honestly.
Yeah, we're not getting into that.
I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. Oh, non hooping ass nigga. Just as in ESPN. GM Tevin Pendergrass.
Yeah, you're not getting that there. You gonna apply to be like a ball boy or like a practice help, and they can just go Google search your name and see all. They gonna see you talk about eating ass on Tumblr. They're like, nah, we're cool.
Nah, we can't have this nigga around us.
Like, thank you for your application. We've decided to move on.
Look here, you called Tristan Thompson a bitch ass nigga. Do you feel that way about most NBA players? Nah, I just personally don't like.
Like, nah, I don't fuck with that bitch ass nigga.
A bitch ass nigga. Why? What makes him a bitch ass nigga? There's a list of things that make him a bitch ass nigga, sir. Do you feel that way about any other athlete? Tim Duncan. He just ain't a real nigga.
Hey, chill.
He's not a real nigga.
Tim Duncan is a real nigga.
Tim Duncan's not a real nigga.
How's he not?
Just not.
How's he not?
Cause he's just not.
You have no basis.
He's just like
you have no basis. You're just saying things out loud.
He's just like he's too responsible.
Just because he's different.
It's just
he's not even from
America. That's what fucks me up.
He's not from the States. He's from the Virgin Islands.
He's like.
So he has a whole different upbringing.
Yeah, bro. This nigga didn't even play basketball at first. The only reason he played basketball was because his pool got broken or some shit in the hurricane.
They shut down the pool,
and so he had to go. Well,
and he's fucking
play basketball.
He's fucking 7 feet tall. I mean, if you live on the island and all you do is swim, and you only have one court, and that hole has no net and it's uneven ground, you probably just gonna swim everywhere. Now the fashion, he's just like, hey, I'm wearing what's comfortable.
Yeah, that's Tim Duncan. He's just like. Hey Tim, you wanna come out with us, bro? We gonna go see some. I'm okay. I'm just gonna go home and read my Bible.
The simplest thing is that he's just a full on nerd. Like
I think that's what it is.
No, it is.
Like a nerd.
No, he is a nerd. He plays.
He's just a nerd.
No, he reads comic books.
He's a weeaboo.
He reads comic books. Now he don't have no Avatar shit. It's gonna be him, but he reads comic books.
It's gonna be actually.
He plays fucking like he's played World of Warcraft and all that shit. He probably playing PUBG right now. And he own a car shop. It deals with exotic cars and also a fucking a pickup truck.
Yeah. I hate that. I hate that HEB San Antonio commercial. I hate them niggas so much.
Bro, I love them. Kawhi is just like this. Kawhi is just like a giant kid and shit.
Bro, I hate them fucking HEB San Antonio.
Bro, I watched the whole compilation. I was dying.
Oh my god!
It's like I'm making barbecue ribs with hickory smoke sauce. I'm making honey chipotle ribs. And so it's like I set my grill on fire. It's like what the hell?
That's such a San Antonio thing. I don't know. San Antonio's that one team that just if they have like a great coach and the niggas you will get out coached by San Antonio between their raw talent and their coaching. You will get they will fuck you up.
But they're boring. They're boring.
They're boring.
They're boring. They're a bunch of old dudes.
Yeah, niggas is not throwing it off the backboard like LeBron. Niggas is carefully laying it up in just to get them 2 points and they going back on defense. They ain't no selling. There's not no.
Those
beat on their
HEB
chest.
commercials were so funny. That shit was funny as hell.
They fight like this. That's how San Antonio people fight when they get into it.
Nah, you just get jumped by like 8 Mexicans. There's no ones in San Antonio.
It's just San Antonio.
Fight one person, then 4 people jump in, then 5 of your people got to jump in, and now it's just a brawl. Or you just one person, you fight 8 people.
And that's why we got guns.
That's why I live in Houston. Okay, we carefully adhere to the Texas dual rules.
No, we don't.
Unless you're a fucking animal with a Confederate flag, with a Confederate flag on your truck, or a Magpul sticker on your rear window.
So,
fuck, I'm just sore all over. God,
you know what pissed me off? We talking about that shit. There was a guy in HEB parking lot. I was walking to Siena. I was going to Siena one day, and he had like Obama lied shit in his truck, but it wasn't like a sticker. It was just like he printed the shit out and then taped it to the back of his truck window.
We like
that
duct
shit
tape? We like duct tape?
Yeah, that shit made me so fucking mad. I was like, at least find a sticker to say how much you hate.
Find an actual decal.
He was an old man. I was like, you knew how to work a printer out and print out. You went on Word.
I mean, he didn't print it. He had his grandson print it for him.
And typed the shit up like, oh, this is gonna kill him when I pull up to Siena on a Thursday afternoon. And watch this young black kid just look completely confused at why does that shit look like it's just duct tape to the back of his car window. I expect racism to be in sticker form, not in a basic flyer form,
not in poor people jerry rig form.
The fuck. Obama's a Muslim and a terrorist, and this shit was spelled wrong.
Did we talk about the conclusion of the Pusha T and Drake beef?
Oh, that shit over. Unfortunately.
Yeah, Jay Prince's cash cow was not allowed to
he couldn't come out and play no more.
Yeah. He was
That's basically what it is.
The fight had started. He's like, hey, get your ass in here. Doing all that fighting in the neighborhood.
That one scene where well, I guess Drake wouldn't be the nigga stomping. I would say that one scene in Minister Society where the dude comes up to him. It's like, hey, I forgot what the girl's name.
Oh, when he's like, you trying to fight me over a bitch or something like that?
That shit was hilarious. Over a bitch? he hits that nigga, just hauls off, hits him, and stops the shit out of him. Yeah, that was a bad mistake.
Nah, it's more like
I'm about to say Jay Prince and Drake.
Nah, it's more like he got game when Jesus and his cousin was playing 1-on-1, and then he was so the scene was Jesus complaining to his dad about his name.
He was like, we talk about goes back to basketball for those times
because it's the greatest sport on earth. So like the scene was adult teenage Jesus complaining to his dad about him hating his name because he used to hate hearing people call it, and like it flashes back to him playing his cousin 1-on-1 at the court, and then his mom leaned out the window. It was like, Jesus, come inside. And then he was walking back, and he was like sulking, and like the kids, like a bunch of other kids came around. They're like, Jesus, save us, Jesus, help me, Jesus. And he used to hate that. That was basically Drake. Drake was Shuttlesworth, and Drake mama called him back in, and now he's upset that one, he has to go back in, and two, that everybody's making fun of him.
Does Jay Prince get a piece of Drake's money? I don't think he does.
Let's see.
I think he just gave him his big break, which
Drake.
I don't think it was Jay Prince
let's say Drake views and see if Rap A Lot is on it.
Down, man.
Just says label Young Money, Cash Money, Republic.
Yeah, so he's not even really necessarily. I mean, but honestly, if Jay Prince told me to stop it, I need to get these books off. I probably
you pretty much got to stop it.
Yeah,
not pretty much. You just have to.
Hey, stop responding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
A lot of niggas don't know.
I mean, if Drake wants to be able to come back to Houston,
right?
Oh, did you see that tweet story where the dude was like he would prank call
Oh
people
yeah,
for his show, and then
Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah, the network was like, "Oh yeah, we want you to prank call celebrities. We give you a list and they phone numbers." And he calls them, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he's like, it's just a prank call." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, the network has me prank call celebrities for this show." And he's like, "What studio you at?"
Give me I need to meet you. Give me where you
He's
at?
like, "I need to talk to you face to face. Where you at?"
Where you at? Oh man, it's just a prank. It's just where you at? I need to talk to you though.
And then he said something. It's like, "Oh, I know exactly where you at. Hey, turn the car
tried
around."
To get on the phone and talk to him. It's like, "Hey, Jay, man, it's Lonnie. It's just a joke. We trying to do
just doing it for a show, for a comedy."
He's like, I know exactly. He's like, who? Oh, I know exactly what.
No, you gotta say it like, "Oh, I know it." You gotta say it all car. I know exactly where you at.
I know exactly.
Turn the car around.
Imagine the nigga. Listen how sharp this nigga is. He forgot for 2 seconds, but the anger got to him, and he instantly remembered. Oh,
no, he didn't forget. He just didn't know where he was at. And then he heard one thing to clue him in. He's like, "All right, I'm on my way. Right now." the dude was like, "I don't know about y'all, but I'm going back to Los Angeles." He was like, I was in Houston for a total of 4 hours.
He said, "Bro, nigga landed, went straight to the studio, called Jay Prince the first name." This nigga scared the shit out of him. He's like, "Nope, I'm leaving.
I'm going right back to the airport.
I'm going home." He said, "Fuck y'all contracts."
Like, rip that shit up.
Yeah, y'all. This nigga said the audio engineer was crying and shit. I would have been left. Hey, ain't nobody was like, "Hey, y'all don't think we should not do this? This is Jay Prince."
I just wouldn't have called Jay Prince.
Bruh, that would have been the first name to not call.
Yeah.
Like, if I need something from Jay Prince now, like if I had Jay Prince's number, I still hesitate to call. I
just wouldn't use it ever. I would just answer it. Just answer it wherever I'm at. I would never call it. I would call him.
He calls you and he asks you a question.
I would call him like I used to have to call my homegirl Raven. Like, you gotta call somebody near.
Yeah.
Like, where Raven?
Yeah.
Okay, tell her to call me.
Don't tell him.
Just ask him. Tell him I said, "Can he please call me?"
Can he please call me at his most convenient time. I don't want to.
Whenever he gets the chance to.
Yeah. If be it 2 days, it's not urgent. It's urgent as fuck. It's not urgent, but if you ask him if he could please possibly see it in his heart to call me.
If he got a free minute, he ain't got to eat or nothing.
Yeah. If this nigga's not walking down a flight of stairs or just like, if he's just standing still for 2 seconds, just ask him to please call me.
Hey, so have you seen these Beyonce on the road on the run picture? Because I kept thinking it was called On the Run.
On the road. What the fuck you were saying?
For some reason, I was thinking it's On the Road, and I'm like, no, that's not right. But I can't.
I thought you were gonna say Beyonce Battle Royale picture. So I was gonna say, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying to say On the Run tour, then I was like, no, one word, On the Road. but then I was like, no, that's not correct.
Have you seen this Beyonce's On the Road tour 2 pictures? What?
She was holding twins, but they weren't her. Her people say they were her actual babies.
Whose babies are these, Beyonce? She just holding 2. Jay-Z was holding just 2 random babies too.
But the weird thing is, there's other like scenes of the video where Blue is like with her with the twins. It's like, so are those the real ones? And that was just like, okay, I'm not trying to deal with 2 infants at the same time. For trying to stay still for like 4 hours of shooting. We just gonna get some doubles,
bro. Like people ain't studied them pictures of her kids they already said that Rumi got Sir got Jay-Z's nose and shit. Like, they saw that from like fresh out the womb pictures, so I'm pretty sure they know what the fuck Sir and Rumi sort of look like, and they was like, them niggas don't look nothing like that.
I don't think they actually saw that. I think it's just people talking out their ass, and Jay definitely has strong genes since Blue looks just like him with like the top half of Beyonce's face.
Basically.
So, I mean, you don't have to even, if the probability of them kids having Jay-Z's nose is on like a 20-sided dice, it's like 18 out of 20 rolls is Jay-Z's nose.
Like fucking
Jay-Z got a nigga nose. Those don't go away.
I'm trying to see this Beyonce thong picture. That's what I want to see.
It's on Tumblr if you scroll down enough. I saw it earlier. I was like, damn, all that. I don't think I've ever seen that much butt cheek of Beyonce ever.
Nah, nope. I can't even think of nothing like that either. The best her ass ever looked was in that I think it's like way back in the Gap, and just like when she first started hooking up with Jay-Z. I think it's that no. That's back when she
Crazy in Love.
It might have been Crazy
That's
in Love.
Crazy in Love.
That's
You're
back when she was real
referencing.
thick. Ooh, thick Beyonce, I miss you.
I didn't even recognize that was Jay-Z until like a whole different picture came up. I was like, who the fuck is this dude she with? Who the fuck is Jay-Z? Like, this picture looks like him. Like, this one looks like him.
Is that the one you're talking about?
No, this isn't the one. So
Oh,
I'm
that's the one I was talking about.
gonna have to.
Look, I'm trying to show you the Beyonce booty picture as my screenshot. Ooh, shit.
All right, this one looks nothing like him.
That's the one. Let me see. Nah,
This one looks
like
nothing like him.
That look like Michael J. White.
Bro, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? In the bit, I was like, is this some old shit that came back? Who the fuck is this dude?
Look, I'm finna.
Because usually Jay-Z doesn't have facial hair.
I'm finna cry.
No, that's got to be a different guy.
I'm finna crop.
No, look at. Hold on, I'm about to say these.
I'm finna crop. Is that a different guy?
Bro, that can't be.
Nah, that's Jay-Z. His just face looks weird.
Bro, that's
No,
like
not Jay-Z.
that's two different sets of facial hair.
Maybe they took these pictures at different times, but I'm finna say the fuck out of this picture.
It should look all the same.
Let me go ahead.
Like, this dude got a whole like mustache and shit.
This picture too. Damn, I wish Beyonce never got her butt done. She left it all fat and shit.
Oh, so Deezus and Mero had a bit where they were like, where they were the Menendez brothers, but Tracy Morgan was their dad. Fell, I'm at work crying.
I heard that shit.
I don't even remember it anymore. It's just like, it's them and Tracy Morgan. That shit was so stupid.
Get the gun, shoot him, Mero, shoot our dad. Wow. Oh, it's Tracy, you shot me. Stupid ass.
That shit was so funny that I had to just stop at work. Like, I had to just get up because I couldn't even like keep my eyes open. I was laughing so hard.
It's fucking stupid. That shit was hilarious though.
Love that podcast. Podcast is comedy gold. You got anything? Because I have exhausted my list other than this question that you're gonna pitch, y'all. Because have you gotten your wisdom teeth out?
Nope.
I see you've never been high.
I mean, I've been high, but I haven't.
No,
had my
you've never been wisdom
out
teeth high.
I've been surgery high.
Wisdom teeth stories are funny as shit because, see, you've been surgery high, but it's like you can't walk around and shit surgery high. You have to like stay in the hospital for a little.
Yeah.
Wisdom teeth is like, oh, you go and then you go home like 3 hours later. Bruh, when I got my wisdom teeth out, hit me with the laughing gas, it woke me up. I'm high as shit, and like they had like my dad help me to like the recovery room or whatever, and I was like, no, I'm good, I can walk. See, I'm good to walk. See, you can see me dance, and I did some weird like jig. I was like, see, I can dance. Wear some Air Forces because it was like '09, so it was right at the graduation. So I was like trying to walk it out, high as fuck at the dentist's office.
Just trying to do that stupid ass.
So I was like, yeah, I can still dance. And I don't remember after that. I just remember.
I don't remember after that.
I don't remember what I did. I distinctly remember doing that shit like right at the door of the office.
Nah, my surgery high story is.
I think I asked my dad if he loved me or some shit.
Bro, I did too.
I was like, do you love me? I kind of remember doing that.
I did something like that, bro. It was so bad. I had just gotten knee surgery, right? After I tore my ACL, I had to get knee surgery. So I had to have somebody stay in the room with me because I was a minor or some shit, some weird ass shit. So my pops was in the room with me. My mama made me a big ass bag of grapes and fruit and shit, nigga. When I tell you, I don't even fuck with grapes like that, but I devoured them grapes. I fucked them grapes. I fucked them grapes up, bro. And I had like, you know, them containers of water they give you.
Mm-hmm.
Killed that shit in one sitting. And I'm sitting there asking my pops. I was like, Dad, how you know if you like a girl? Or, how you know if a girl likes you or something like that? And my pops is just sitting there indulging in me. I'm like dead ass asking this nigga these wild ass questions. So do you have to show it to her?
You know your dad like to talk, so whatever the fuck you asked him,
Bruh,
he was gonna go right into that shit.
I specifically remember asking him, how do you know if a girl likes you? At 15 years old, 15, 16, I'm asking this grown man this shit. Oh my God, bro.
Hey, so if you have a funny wisdom teeth story, email us at spacecitybrothers@gmail.com.
I need to get mine taken out. I've been lucky enough to not have to have them taken out yet, but
if you don't have to have them taken out, you just don't.
Because they haven't been bothering me.
Until them hoes just come in, like mine.
Right there.
Mine came in like this, like literally at these angles.
Oh shit!
My shit was sideways and pushed all my teeth together.
See, my head hasn't done that. I know I can feel them. I can feel them back there, but they haven't pushed their way through yet. Which is like, why the fuck do we need wisdom teeth?
They just come in. It's funny because last time I went to the dentist, they did my X-rays and they were like, "Oh, is this 26 and whatever?" They're like, "No, those are gone." It's like, "Oh, okay, so it's just 24 and 2." I like them hoes just gone.
Oh,
I have no wisdom teeth.
That's such a weird thing. Do we just have organs that we don't need in our body?
Fucking
or just evolution has phased them the fuck out, so we don't need them. Like, there's probably a good reason why we had wisdom teeth back in the day, but it's like we don't fucking know now, and they cause us tremendous amounts of pain when they start coming in.
Maybe you were supposed to lose a set of molars from biting on cattle bones.
Yeah,
from biting on bison bones, and then those are like your replacements.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing. You just have. You know, you have one or two. It's fucking a full set of them.
Or once you get too old to be able to chew dried deer meat, then it's like all you can have is berries. So you grow those extra molars so you can mash down berries and leaves and shit
in the back of your throat, way back. What are they like replacement teeth? Like say you lose like the one in front of it.
It's like the spare in the trunk.
Yeah, it just slides into a spot and pops
fill
up.
That hoe in. It's like, what's good, niggas?
Hey, what up? I'm Wisdom. I'm here to help you niggas out because y'all niggas apparently can't do it without me. Ha, you feel me?
Guess y'all need a real nigga. Yeah. Come fill in.
Your wisdom teeth is from New York. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I was at the gym today and like it was like two dudes and I guess they were like complaining about a chick or something. And then like another dude who always comes up there, he like goes up to the door. Cause we were just playing one-on-one, but like no, we weren't like playing hard to keep score. We were just going one after another.
Yeah.
And they kept talking about. So I guess they're just talking about a chick or something. And then like another dude comes to the door, and one of them said, "Hey, come in and hoop." And the dude doesn't come in. He just stands at the door and just looks in, like basically just stares in. But it's for like 5 minutes. Like he's just standing there. I'm like, what the fuck? This dude, like every time I see him at this gym, he comes straight into the court. He puts on the speaker, starts blaring music, and it just does whatever. This nigga didn't even open the door. Like, then he just stood there looking in the window. And we just keep on playing. Then he leaves. And then they're like, man, that's a nigga, whatever, something. I was like, oh, I guess they don't like him. He's like, man, I don't give a fuck. Ain't no bitch in my blood. He a bitch. Ain't no bitch in my blood. I'm from New York. I was like, oh, there's that go. There's that go. Niggas from New York can't wait for an opportunity to tell you that they're from New York.
I'm from New York, bro. I'm from the Bronx. You gotta hit him, but what part of New York you from?
Nah, I didn't.
I'm from,
I didn't even indulge that.
I'm from Rochester.
I'm from...
What? Nigga, you from what?
Nigga, I'm from Long Island.
I'm from Long Island.
Like, nigga, you're not even from Shaolin. Shut the hell up. You're not cool.
I'm from Staten Island, bro. What? You not from like the city? No, I'm from the island.
From the outskirts, the suburbs.
So basically, after 9 o'clock, you pretty much just can't get to the city. Yeah, so then you're not from the city.
Now, you got anything else for us?
Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Stitcher Radio and Google Play Store and iTunes and SoundCloud and now YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, send us some emails. We keep asking y'all niggas to send us emails so we can talk about bullshit that we have no real understanding of. So we can shittily discuss things that we probably don't give a fuck about. And go to our Patreon. Give us money. I need to get a new mic. I don't want to pay for it. Help me get a new mic that I don't want to pay for. You got anything?
I don't have to acknowledge that LeBron is the GOAT. Fuck y'all.
Long live Pimp C. Fuck you, Tristan Thompson.
Real talk, nigga, all facts. Look how I run it up. Look how I run it up. Look how I'm coming up. I wish you was one of us. See how that money come? Paper cut fingers from counting that money up. Praying emojis. The blessings keep coming. I know I can't have enough. Never on E. Took off on haters. There's no need to gas me up. I'm patting my lead. I'm too far ahead and there's no way you catching up.